throughout the series of ranking your biggest jumps, I've seen quite a few ridiculous jumps. I mean really ridiculous jumps. However, I don't think I've seen more than in this part right here. Now, in fairness, some of these were commented in past parts, but I didn't see them. But now they're full on in the front page, and we are finally talking about them because I just have to. So first things first, we got this guy, Dade Monitor. I pinned it because I want to talk about it last time and I forgot. I jumped from Zodiac to Tunnel of Despair and fluked it from 77 as the world record fluke. Now you're thinking, that's a big claim. Surely there's proof of this, right? And luckily, there is. This guy actually posts, you know, decently. What do you know? We have the proof right here. And I asked for permission 9 days ago and I just didn't see it. But here we go. I'm not gonna show the entire vid, but I mean, it sounds legit to me.
I'm being Tunnel of Despair! What? I'm being Tunnel of Despair!
That's just insane work, dog. And we can see he's on point of great. This is legit. So congratulations on the world record fluke, if that's the world record fluke. You're insane for jumping to Tunnel of Despair out of all things. Like, I just, what were you thinking? However, that is not the craziest one that we've seen, or that I saw in this video. We got the legendary Jamal right here, deadlocked to 93 on Slaughterhouse. Over 420,000 attempts. So I checked out his channel as well. So I ended up checking up his channel, and as we can see, he's streamed a lot. The major concern that I see right here, though, is that he got 93 7 months ago. I mean, like, this is ridiculous jumping from deadlock to here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dog, you are insane. Now, I do have a question. Since Theory of Everything 2 to Tidal Wave hasn't been completed, is this the biggest jump in Geometry Dash history if it happens? Like, I don't think that there's a jump that is bigger than that, aside from Toe 2 to Tidal Wave. And I have a feeling that this is going to happen before that. So, like, are we witnessing history right now? Like, this is kind of wild. But we'll react to a few more, but these two were just absolutely so large I had to just speak about these. So let's get into some other wild jumps you guys have. So I'm not even sure if I believe this. Or actually, maybe I do. This has got to be satire, right? Like, you've got to be pulling my leg here. What do you mean can't let go to Flame Wall? 3% and 510,000. No way. Here we have Supersonic to Sonic Wave. So you just want to be like Sonic, I guess. 11k attempts, 49 and 54 to 100. And the funniest part about that is I think this is more progress than I had on Sonic Wave, and Sonic Wave would not be my hardest. So this player who has Supersonic as his hardest has better wave skills than me. What is wrong with me? Here we have Allegiance to Digital Descent, 3.5k attempts and a good 3 runs. That's actually pretty good. 3.5k. And having it in 3 runs is actually decent. Here we have Classic, Easy Demon to Extreme Demon. 3 times at 90%. That might be some hilariously just ultra choking, because 90%. I don't even remember what's at 90%, but I know it's not hard. Here we have Black Blizzard to Operation Evolution, which is a mainless demon, and it's 5 minutes long. 2 runs and like 15,000 attempts. I would say the end is near, but the end probably isn't near. This is probably a titan of a level to actually grind, so good luck. Here we have Damage Control from Rerust. I'm not familiar with what Rerust is. This is actually an insane demon. It's a tier 18. I'm just gonna warn you right now. It says you've got the last 35% in 1 run. Damage Control is hilariously unbalanced, and the first wave in Damage Control is actually like ridiculously hard. I remember grinding that level, and I absolutely hated it because of just the beginning, or because of that wave just being so difficult. It actually took me forever. Kata to Ghoul, 1 spot above Kawareta. I'm not sure exactly like what to think about this, man. Like, what is with everyone jumping from Cataclysm? Like, do you guys not want to play Bloodbath? I don't like Bloodbath either, don't get me wrong, but Kata to this? We have Acropolis to Heart Machine. This might be the worst jump in GD history. Please don't do this. Heart Machine is so unbalanced, has the worst choke points ever. I just don't see why you would ever want to play that level from a jump. It just seems like a really bad decision. Now, this isn't really jump related, but I did comment on this guy's wave skill set. So he referred to us to the GDD skill graph. So we're actually gonna check it out because I've never done that before. Like here is this thing. This is him. But yeah, this is kind of what I expected to see. It's just all the way up here. Now here's mine because I only submitted 1 level. So right now this is what it's looking like. Should I submit more to the GDDL, guys? I might make a new account and like put more of my extremes on here. I do have a lot. This is based on Sigma, which is my second or third hardest at this point. Cataclysm to Arctic Likes. It's taking way too long. Of course it's taking you so long. Like, those skill sets just don't match. I'm trying to jump from Sonic Wave to Swing Swing. I haven't beaten a single demon with Swing. So why would you jump to this? Like, this might be by far the worst jump I've ever seen in my life. Which I didn't realize that this fell down so much. You're all the way down to 127 with this. And if you don't know, this level, like the name suggests, is all swing. There is only swing in this level. So, like, what is the thought process? Like, I just don't understand why you would do that. Low key, I remember when I tried to do Chroma 2 to Shiketsu. Now your hardest is Judgment Knights times 3. So why did you beat it 3 times? Like, beating your hardest 3 times is hilarious. Like, I've beaten one extreme 3 times, but it's not my hardest extreme anymore. Man, at this point, you may as well finish Shiketsu. Also, I like Chroma 2. I feel like no one knows this level exists, and I think it's pretty cool. But I am definitely terrified of playing it. Jumping from hell to stalemate. I don't, listen, this is fine. This is what I want to highlight. Club step to Eon. I tried to stop him from doing this, but he won't back off. At that point, just beat his ass. Oh my gosh, that is actually... That caught me so off guard, you don't even understand. Unfortunately, I agree with him. I jumped from Deadlock to Sonic Wave on mobile, first extreme, 2 years, 120k attempts. I don't think I'm gonna make it to a part 6, guys. I think I'm gonna lose my head before we get to part 6. I will not stand for this thinking space slander. This isn't related, but yes, you are gonna stand for it, and I'm gonna disrespect it again. Thinking space is terrible. It's horrible. Doing a jump from Air Tech, which I like Air Tech, to Atomania. This guy says you know ball with Atomania, and I want to be included. I don't know this level. Wait, this looks kind of cool. I wanna play this. Okay, never mind. I don't want to play this anymore. This reminds me of Ellipticism. Like, is this supposed to be like a sequel to that? It reminds me of that, like, a lot. I wouldn't talk about this until you said you're Lurdy carried. There is not a single person on the planet that has ever told me that they are Lurdy carried. And then he mentioned 53, which I wanted to do as my 53rd extreme, but like, the more I look at it, the more I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. Now, this is just so stupid. So I made a crescent to Penumbral. Isn't Penumbral like the level that is really hard? Didn't Zoink say it was like a top 10? And I looked at that level. That level looks impossible. I'm planning on jumping from hopping over puddles to misfire. See, this emoji right here tells me everything I need to know about you. Shardscapes to Lotus Flower. Okay, actually, as a jump, it's not even that big, but it feels like it's so big because those levels have nothing in common. So it may as well be a big jump because I don't think Lotus Flower has any robot at all. And I don't think it has that many timings. So, and why is there another person that does that jump to Lotus Flower? Stop jumping to Lotus Flower. All right, this might be one of the worst ones I've ever seen. So Eon to from Dear Nostalgist. What do you mean it took you 112,000 attempts? Do y'all understand that playing a level that is 55 minutes long, taking 112,000 attempts is incredibly long? I mean, that might be the longest grind I've ever heard. I'm trying to do Zodiac as my first extreme. No, you are not. No, you are not. I remember trying to jump from White Space to Exasperation. Yes, I know. Yeah, you better know. I don't have anything to say to you guys anymore. Windy Landscape through the Golden. That's what I'm talking about because... you just wanted to be like space, but even worse. You know what? Maybe I'm being too hostile. I'm hating, but in a friendly way, if that makes sense. I'm not actually, like, mad at you guys, though you do make my head hurt. My friend jumped from Change of Scene to Crazy 2. Why? I mean, I don't know why I keep asking this question. There's no actual answer. I've got to stop asking why. Arsenal are bottling it again. Wait, one of my friends jumped from Emerald Realm to Cosmos. Says he can do it in 1 to 2 months. Who does your friend think he is? Like, who's beating Cosmos in 1 to 2 months? From Emerald Realm? Does your friend understand how jumping works in this game? Because that's not realistic. That will never happen. Supersonic to Solar Flare. I don't understand you, considering this is a 9 circles level. Here we have to Pika, which I actually know that level, to the Reaper. I mean, at least you're jumping to another extreme, but that is still pretty big. No good runs, 20,000 attempts. I don't know, man. That's just, that would be concerning for me. I'm jumping from Flame Wall and already have 8,000 attempts. My only 4 demons I've completed are, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you think I can do it? My man, I'm trying to jump from Ultraviolence to a buffed Finboy Circles. Get out of my comment section right now. There's a buffed version? How hard is this level? I don't even want to know how hard that level is. I'm jumping from Depressure to Future Funk. This, by the way, this doesn't even count as a level. And you jump to Slaughterhouse next. You mean the insane demon Slaughterhouse. right? Also, is this true? It really is. This is a tier 2, and it's a hard demon, which if you don't know, hard demons don't really begin until tier 11. Why is it still a hard demon? A year and 5 months. I mean, you got a lot of progress, but damn. The ICD8 hate will not be tolerated. Yes, it will. Like, yes, it will. ICDX is horrible. I stand on that. I actually made a video like a long time ago about how ICDX was like the worst top 1. It's a terrible level. Like, it is objectively bad. I am not hearing anybody out. It sucks. End of story. Also, you are the second person to mention Atomania. Is this level like Papa and I just was living under a rock? Robot is the best game mode. No, it isn't. It's not. It's beyond bad. My brother is jumping from club step to Eon. Valid jump in my opinion. No, I call the shots around what's valid. No, it isn't. Nuke the whole generation. I'm doing SWU to Slaughterhouse. But what makes this funny is that this guy thought he was talking about Sonic Wave Universe. Sorry, but I'll never play that knockoff. Just such disrespect to Sonic Wave Universe. Alright, so here we have who has a bigger jump. I don't know. I'm leaning towards yours just because this is so unconceivably difficult, but with electrodynamics you don't really have a lot of experience whatsoever, and meanwhile when you beat an extreme like White Album you have some experience, although White Album is genuinely not a good level. Alright, I think I'm gonna end that off there. If I didn't get to your jump, it's most likely because it's very similar to another one that was previously mentioned, or I just genuinely didn't see it because I am like not, I'd miss comments all the time. Either way, if you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. Maybe a part 6? I'm not sure. But if you guys have other video ideas other than jumping videos, let me know. I do want to make other content, so I guess we'll see. But just like always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.